Hi guys, today I'll be bringing you a review of Smash Brothers. This is a game that was a childhood memory. I started doing Twitch Live with my son. He's been playing games with me, so this is one of the first games I wanted to introduce him to, and he's loving it as much as I did. The video here is both of us playing, both of us just messing around. This, of course, is the Wii U version. Sadly, I don't have a Switch yet, and I haven't played Smash Ultimate, so this is more a review of the series, previous ones, and once I get the new one, I'll definitely do a review of that one and see how much has changed. I have looked a little bit into it, so I have seen that there are a huge amount of characters. Pretty much every single character in all the previous games are in Ultimate, and all the levels are in Ultimate, so I'm more than hyped to get that one. As much as this game is beloved, I do have quite a bit of cons to it, but the joys and memories outweigh everything, so here goes. The main con I have with it now, the reason why I didn't want to play the Wii U version that much is because the downloaded content. You're starting to see that with all these games. Thank you for buying our game, but we're not even going to give you 100% of it. So give us some more money and we'll give you a new character. Even though the game has 70 characters, here's 2% more additional to the game when you give us 50% more money. I've just never liked that idea. If done right, it's okay, but with games that say, hey, pre-order and you can get a special download, or buy the Ultimate Edition and you can get a special character, it's like, well, if the game hasn't even come out yet and you know that there's more, just add it. Just give us the game for what we pay for it. I've never liked that, so that's starting to be a huge con. Obviously, GameCube and Nintendo 64 didn't have that, so those games are always going to be priceless in my heart, but that was the main reason why I put down the Wii U. I started playing it, I loved it, and I put all this time into it, and then they said, well, even though you put all this time into it, give us some money and we can just give you stuff. Another con is that the game is just getting vastly too huge. With Wii U, you had an achievement board. With Nintendo 64, it was fun because you had like 4 secret characters and you can knock them out and get them. But it's getting to the point where you literally have to spend hundreds of hours just to unlock something, which is fine if you like playing alone. And another con of the game is that I just don't enjoy playing it alone. So in my mind, it is one of the best couch co-op games to play ever. So the con there is when you're going to your friend's house and you bring your system over, have you unlocked this character? Oh no, I've only spent 50 hours and not 500 hours. I haven't unlocked him yet, sorry. Have you unlocked him? No. Let's go find someone who has, and then you finally find someone who has, and it's just a lot of time wasted. You could have just unlocked the character. Although I also used to play at college, so at college everyone would have their systems. You know who had everything. They would hook it up to the TV and everyone would just have a blast party playing it. And now the game is just getting so huge that it's really hard to manage. And I've heard it's even worse on Ultimate. I've heard on Ultimate you only start off with 4 characters, even though there's every single character in the game, and it's at least 10 minutes to unlock a character, so whatever 70 times 10 minutes is, it's ridiculous. But it is what it is. I think what made the game so awesome is that it had unlockables, but it's just gotten too big and too unmanageable. My opinion, though. I'm sure other people love it, but I'm sure once I play Ultimate, I might change my mind. I've heard that there's a lot of new modes that make playing solo fun, so I might enjoy it a little bit more. Can't really say until that comes out. Another con is online play. Even if it weren't for lag, it just doesn't do anything for me. Like I said, I played in college with my friends. I'd physically play with them, and when they did something stupid, we'd physically hit each other in the head and say, "What are you doing?" So online play, you can't do that, and it just... This game is purely social for me. So that's what I absolutely love about it. The community is awesome, and when you're playing online, I don't know, it still just feels like you're playing against computers, and it just never does anything for me. But like I said, the best couch co-op game you can ever play in your life. So there is that. And I think the last con, I swear I'm going to get to the pros, because like I said, this is one of the best games I've ever played. But the other con is repetitive characters. There are 70 plus characters, but I would have to say that there are a handful of characters that are just duplicated. You'd have like Fox and Falcon, and their moveset's pretty much the same with slight differences. And there's many Echo characters that they'd call. So even though they're giving you new stuff, it's hard to say. I mean, if you have a beloved character, it's really awesome that they're doing that. So like I said, this game is just cram-packed with pros and cons, and what makes it a pro also makes it a con. So it's a lovely thing to have. It's an awesome feature, and it's amazing, but it's just bad that that's how they're just throwing out content, especially when sometimes they make it downloadable that you have to pay for these characters that are the same exact movesets. But other than that, there are quite a bit of pros. The pro to me is that if you don't know a game, it is a really awesome way to introduce the game. Especially with the Wii U version, they actually have demos of the game. So if you've never heard of Kid Icarus or NES, you just play the first 5 minutes of those games, and that's outstanding. It really is eye-opening for Nintendo's as far as the marketing deployment. That's the most genius thing they can do. You've never heard of Fire Emblem? Now you do, because you play this character and you're like, this character's awesome. What game is it? It does make me wonder how much they're going to do that in the future, though. Like, if they do come out with a new franchise, is Super Smash Brothers going to be destroyed because they're going to purposely make that character super overpowered just because they want people to know who he is? Everyone will play it because it's super powerful, and then they'll know the new series. But that's just marketing. I guess you'll see that anywhere. One of the things I do love is that the game is constantly evolving and completely unique. Nintendo 64 was completely different than GameCube, which was completely different than Wii U, which I've heard. I haven't played the Switch, but I've heard that's just a wonderful mesh of all of them, plus upgrades. So it's not like the old fighting games, how you'd have one every single year and it's the same exact thing, but just new characters. They do make unique things in every game, which is outstanding. Kid-friendly. It's extremely kid-friendly, so that's one of the biggest pros. Like I said, I play this with my son, and I never had to worry about, even though it's a fighting game, I never had to worry about saying, oh, what do I need to hide his eyes from? So that's really fun. And as far as the difficulty, it's great because if a kid's playing, you can drop it down to 1, and if you're playing with the competitive side, you can just bump it up to 9. You can make them as hard as you want or as easy as you want. The customability is really fun when you're playing with friends. I have one group of friends that's extremely competitive, and they never want items, and they only want your player skill, which is cool. You can set it up. You can go into the customized rules. You can set it up. And then I have friends that think it's funny to get all Pokemon because Pokemon are funny, so you can change it to only drop Pokemon, and you can change it to drop all of the items, or it's insanely customizable, so that makes it really fun. You can make a level as short and long as you want, so if you only have 2 minutes to play, I mean the default is 2 minutes, you set it to 2 minutes, you play for 2 minutes. But if you want to sit down and say, okay, best of 5, you can actually put lives, switch it to lives, and when you die 5 times, you're dead. I've had games with GameCube where me and my friends would play like 20-hour games. We would set it up to max just to see what it would be like for who would win for a day-long match, and you can set the time. I can't remember what the time was, like if it was 99 hours or if it was like 9 hours and 99 minutes or something. It was, well, we max it up and play it however you want. It's very customizable. You can always have fun with it, so that's always a plus. And like I said, there's a lot of pros in there too. So the pros that I have as well are training. They have little training areas you can go to master characters. I'll always remember the training grounds in the Nintendo 64. Some of those were really hard, but when you accomplished them, you're like, wow, I really know how to play this character now. So, like I said, my competitive friends, sometimes I felt bad because I wasn't as good, but this gives you an opportunity to get good. You can go home, play by yourself, go into training, and you can set the computer to however you want, and you can get good without the public eye saying, aha, you suck. So that's really outstanding that they did that. And last but not least, just the mini games. There's tons of little things that if you do get tired of the game, you can just play them and have fun. But that also goes along the lines of what deterred me from the Wii U. Is with the Wii U, the achievement board was so huge that if you didn't want to do those mini games, you're not going to get everything. If you love the mini games but didn't want to spend hours and hours and hours and hours doing verse play, you might not get everything. So I'm sure hopefully they'll find that perfect balance of casual players versus the players who want absolutely everything and do every single mode. I like just picking it up and doing whatever the crap I want to do. And I know that's the most inefficient way of unlocking everything. So that's me. It might get better. But as far as the overall game, it's wonderful. It's a classic. Like I said, I would go back and play them nonstop. And I can't wait to get the new one. I can't wait to show that with my son. That way me and him can just see all the new things together. It'll be a great experience to have. And as always, thank you guys for watching. That was my review. I would definitely say if you've never played it, just pick it up and play it. You're gonna have a blast, and it's always a fun one to play. No matter which Nintendo character you like, I'm sure you'll find it in there, and you'll always have fun at least picking the character you like. And thank you guys for watching, and if you enjoyed the video, hit the like and subscribe button. And as always, thank you and see you next time.